show. Good to see you guys. I'm back here. I taken a break last week, last Wednesday, but I'm back here for the 41st show. Happy to complete 40 shows of the Malkan, and thank you so much for your support so that we can carry on this show. And it's been good sharing and good learning and good feedback, good interaction from the last 40 episodes. I'm happy to be doing so. And I'm excited. I'm back this afternoon I'm back to work today after a week long religious travel. And I had a fantastic time. So let's see who's joining us from where this afternoon. We have Vinay. Hi, Vinay. Good to see you. We have Venkatesh. We have Raghuram, we have Girish from Mumbai. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I hope the festive season has been had treated you well. It was a fantastic time to bonding. To bond with friends, families, and of course, lots of good stuff to gorge upon, right? And I hope not many of you have put on weight from all the yummy food. So thank you, Amit. Thank you for the welcome. Amit joins us from Bangalore again. So great, guys. Good to see you. So while I was in the break, of course, I got good time to think, to introspect, to do all sorts of things, especially because when you go to these kind of places which have the religious vibes in them, there's something about the place, there's some energy about that place which gives you that positive feeling, which gives you that positive vibes. And I believe spending some time at these places helps you soak on that energy, and that is really fantastic. Sometimes when you're down and you're out, it helps you, it gives you, re-energizes you, refreshes you completely. And that's what happened to me. There was back-to-back sessions and seminars and masterclasses, and this was a very pleasant break, especially because of all the positive energy that I've soaked in, and all the religious rites, etc., or whatever you believe in, you perform, and that gives you energy. And while I was there, today I'd like to speak on something very important. While I was there, of course, you interact with locals, you interact with other people who come there. And while I was interacting with a group of people, so one particular person, that he was from Ahmedabad, and what he shared was that, I come here because the life was too down and out. I thought I needed that break, so I've left my mobile behind, and I'm here to enjoy my vacation, spending time with friends, family, etc. So that made you think, we all go through this time and phase in our life where we feel that uh, it's too much. It feels like, some people call it the midlife crisis when it comes on a bigger level, and some people call it, this is enough, I need some change, some big change. Especially, see people around, people move their homes, people have that big career change, etc. And when you see them, you feel that maybe if I have this, maybe if I have this change, maybe then I'll feel that my life is rejuvenated. Maybe I'll feel that this is the end of the crisis that I was feeling. So in short, what a lot of us go through, psychologically, is that after getting into the grind, suppose the same career routine or the same kind of career for maybe a decade or two, or the same life partner for a decade or two, or same kids, or whatever it is, you feel that it's enough. You need that big change, that big thing in your life. And why is it that we feel that? That's important, because it's not necessary that you keep moving places or countries that often. It's not necessary that you may change your career graph that often. Then how do you deal with that kind of crisis when you feel too down and out, or ऐसे ही लगता है कि अभी if I don't get that big change, or if things don't turn the way they are, or कुछ बड़ा धमाका नहीं हुआ, then maybe life is, it just goes on into a routine. And so many people, life just moves on day after day, week after week, month after month. We do the same thing and we get the same results. Why is that? That's one of the most basic things, but one of the most important things. So while I was reading a very beautiful book, what I read was that too often, there are 3 to 4 pointers to this whole conversation that we are having. The first and the very important, very small one, is that too often, we just pass through days without feeling present for that day. Now, tell me, do you feel that day to day, as things are happening, are you really present? to the small acts of kindness that maybe your colleague does for you, or maybe your subordinate shows for you, some kind of help, some kind of kindness your spouse does for you, that extra, maybe at the end of the tiring day you get a good foot massage, or maybe at the end of a long day maybe you get a lovely super sumptuous hot meal from someone. How do you feel that? I mean, is that not good enough to just make your day? And then you feel is it all of it, when it just goes unnoticed, that is when that presence is lacking in your life. And that is when you live that kind of life day in after day out, every day after day, things just go without being noticed. And that's how it happens. You get attached so much to the either the past of your life or the future of your life that the present is completely ignored. Maybe you just need, and maybe you've left that presence behind, or maybe you left that intention behind. You don't feel intentional about doing things. Tell me something honestly. When you begin your day, do we really have this intention that today maybe I'm going to do 5 acts of kindness? It could be to strangers, it could be to people in my office, or it could be to my loved ones, to my kids. Sorry, it could be for anyone. So once we stop being intentional, things just are taken for granted. And that's where the whole thing becomes monotonous. You feel that ठीक है, life है, चलता है. That's the most astonishing answer that I listen from people. You ask them, how's life with you? चल रहा है, it's good. How can that be? I mean, is that not a blessing that you're alive today? Is that not a blessing that you're in great health and you're being able to watch this or watch a lot of beautiful things happening around? Observe nature, river in the nature, just be thankful for your breath. You could be thankful for so many things in the moment. In the worst situation also, you could be thankful for at least one thing, right? So that's what it is. So you can, it's not possible कि आप बार you carry on the same rigmarole again and again, day in after day out, without being present. You have to be present every day. Take notice of little things that people are doing for you. Take notice of the breath that you're having. Appreciate and revel into small things. That goes a real wrong way into reigniting, always keeping your life on a high mode. Always keeping your life on a high mode. And tell you guys, high performers do that every single day. That's an important thing, right? So that's one thing. Second, that presence thing that we spoke about for yourself, that goes on for the people in your life as well. Imagine, I mean, just think about it, your spouse or your kids, you're not present to them, you're not curious about them, what's happening in your life, your parents, your colleagues, your friends. Just go back to the moment when you met them first. Just go back to the moment when you met your life partner first. You were so curious about what does he or she like, what do they dislike, what kind of places they'd like to go. You were discovering things about that person and you were on a high. As life takes on, as you keep spending more number of months and years and decades with them, it all just fades down. I mean, it just becomes just another, hai to hai saath mein. It becomes that way. Even about your kids. Think of the time when you held them in your arms for the first time. And then think about that journey. How full of reverence were you at that point of time? And now it's all shouting and screaming and just taking for granted happening. Same goes for your friends, for everybody in your life. When you bring that curiosity back into your relationship, discover new things about that person. What would he or she like to do? It could be your friend, surprise her with a dinner date, just arrange something for him or her. It could be for your neighbor, do something well. I mean, take them out for an outing, just give a surprise. It could be, get curious into life for people, and that could be a big resource, guys, a huge resource into your life to have you ignite your life all the time. The third, and again, very important. So here, when we talk about people, one more important thing is very often we take people for granted. And that's one important that kills the relationship. Re-engaging with them every single day is the key to happiness and is the key to reigniting that passion into your relationship. So that same thing happens into your life as well. Right? That's what comes about to reigniting your life on a higher level. You feel purposeful, you feel wow, you look forward to having those relationships, right? Spending that time with those people, right? And then after that, next comes not taking your days for granted. That's the very common thing. Again, so often it happens day after day. Do whatever has come to you. So many times I speak on this, just one thing, your productivity, your time management is so important. And then that leads to the planning thing. You don't plan and then you destroy so much of potential that we all have. I mean, just imagine, we're all human beings, we are packed with tremendous potential. We each have so much of potential which goes unused, which goes wasted because we don't plan things well. You need to schedule, you need to strategize, you need to, you need to have it all in front of you before you begin your day or before you begin your week ahead. Your How meticulously we plan our vacations. Do we plan our days and our weeks with that meticulosity? How well are we going to do? Which task are we going to execute first? Which people are we going to prioritize first? It all goes in planning. So strategy, scheduling, and structuring is a very, very important part of planning. Otherwise, be prepared to let go of all the important gifts that nature has given you. They all go wasted. And sometimes you think about it that that poor person is so talented. I mean, I wish he or she could have used the talent well. But it all goes down the drain just because of lack of planning. That's the big one. That gives you the potential to really rise where you want to. And this is the number one trait of high performers. They plan well. They strategize, they structure it really well so that that becomes easy for them, to go ahead as they stride, success after success, achievement after achievement. That's a big one. And then last one here is to achieve, whatever you want to achieve. We often forget to draw the line till where we want to really go. Draw the line till where we really want to, exhaust ourselves. We want to grind ourselves all the time. And that, guys, leads to exhaustion. Sorry. That leads to exhaustion sometimes beyond the point where it could damage our health, I mean our physiology. Sometimes it could damage our relationships. Drawing that line is very important. Where is it that you want to stop? Where is it that you want to say, this is enough? This is all that I can do. Now it's my me time, and I'm going to no further. It's my time to sleep. I'm going to work no further. This is my minimum sleep time that I need to have for myself. It's, so many people think that self-care is luxury. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity, guys. If you don't take care of yourself now, you won't be there in the long haul for the long term. That's a fact. High performers, they know exactly how they practice self-care so often. Robin Sharma, so often I've heard him say, when you listen to him, you read his books, he says self-care is absolutely essential. The way these guys take care of themselves is phenomenal. Mind, body, and spirit on all three levels. You take some time to meditate, at least for 10 minutes a day, guys. I propagate that so much. You need to have your time out. You need to have some time to connect to your inner self so that you can take decisions judiciously. You can have a cool and a calm temperament. You can stay centered. Do you feel that, guys? There are some kind of people, very few kind of people that we meet in our lives, but they enter the room and then you feel, wow, this guy is self-centered. This guy is poised. You feel that. Where does that come from? From the mindset that they have because of self-care that they're practicing, connecting with their inner self so that they are poised, they are cool and calm. They can take judicious decisions. So it all depends upon how good and how well you take care of yourself. Going for a massage is not a luxury, it's a necessity. That's the body care. Going for meditation retreats or these kind of retreats are not luxury, they are a necessity. If you don't find time to go for these kind of retreats, it could be vipassana, it could be advanced meditation at Shri, it could be anything. But find your way of treating your mind, body, and the spirit with respect and with good care. That is going to help you stay put for a longer term. It's not about how many hours you work. It's about how well you work. It's about how peacefully you're progressing from success to success. That matters, and that's important for the long term. Right? So just to summarize, guys, the whole life reignition, you'll not need that once you have these 4 points. But first is to have a completely present mind, at all times. Second, have that presence with people around you. Get curious into your life. Revere each relationship that you have. Third is really plan and structure and strategize, schedule your days well. And the fourth one is see to it that in this whole grind, you don't lose yourself, don't lose your body, don't lose your mind. So make progress in life. Go from success to success, but with peace. Practice self-care. So important. And once, guys, you'll notice a difference. Once you do these 4 things, you will not need that. Have you heard people talking that now I'm going to leave everything behind and going for that big break? I don't want anyone with me. Me and my family, or me and my friends, and that's time for a big break. I so badly need this break. Travel because of your love to travel. Don't travel because you have to run around from your day to day life. Don't travel because you need that break. Travel to explore a beautiful place, to travel to find yourself, make new friends in new countries, explore new cuisines, discover new places and broaden your experiences. That's why you travel, not to let go of all your frustration from backward. Because then that's not, you'll be the same thing when you come back. That's an important thing, guys. How many of you can resonate with these things? How many of you have felt that? Yes, when I say self-care is a necessity, not a luxury, guys. Thank you. Monotonous lifestyle is addressed. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Thank you so much, guys. So do this. I hope you've taken good notes. And we did speak about a lot of things on abundance and on reconnecting with your inner self in the masterclass last 2 weeks, the previous week, just before Diwali. So, guys, if you have not heard that, do that. Because, and yes, just after Diwali last week, we had a masterclass on new moon meditation. We connected with the energy of the new moon to set intentions. There was also a process that we did on intention, on how to have, sorry, on how to set intentions in the new moon, get the new moon energy to bring your intentions into reality, make them into reality. So that's a good one, guys. So go and watch that, do that. The process that I've discussed, you can also do that in every new moon. So it's a ritual. New moon, you set intentions, and in full moon, you take up the energy of the moon to magnify your feelings and emotions. That's the whole process. Let's use this beautiful lunar cycle to to amplify and to really intentionalize and materialize all our desires in life. That's what it is. So, Amit shares digital detox is must, especially in times now. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. Well said. And for people who do not have this detox, sorry, for people who do not have this, never even realize the kind of bliss that it carries with itself. That's the sad part of it. You see people constantly that they are browsing through Facebook, Instagram, they're all the time on social media. So much information. What do you do about all this information? I don't know. There's not really, because information is no use unless and until you really implement, right? That's what it is. So stop it. That's a must. Having at least one day off from all of the 7 days that you're stuck to your phone is a must, because this is a disease, guys. You could go on and on and on with it, right? Because feeds excite you. That's a variety, and human beings crave variety. So stay off that little monster at least one day in a whole week. That's an important part. Yes. Sunil Singh asks, is it possible to meet you once? Sorry. Yes, you can, Sunil. There is an option here. As I said, I do coach people individually or in groups. You can go to malkanhpclass.com. Here is the link. You can go to malkanhpclass.com, and there is an option here that you can log in for either a one-to-one coaching or a group coaching, and then I'll see you there. So, guys, go and watch the previous episode, and I'll see you next week in episode 42 of the Malkan Show. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.